Yeah, apparently. Hey, everybody! What up? Welcome to Kingmaker Legacies. We're back for another episode 10, coming into the books right at you. We've got a great show on tap tonight. I'm pretty excited. We've got ourselves a little amped up before the show. Hopefully that momentum carries over. We are going to be joined by Emerson a little later, as she will be here actually pretty darn soon. So that's cool. But we do have a Willick right from the get-go. So we're already ahead. Jason, my good man. Talk us in, buddy. You should turn your microphone on when somebody asks you to talk you in. That's where you... Yeah, that's how that works. That monk is fast, yo. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you travel for so long. You just kind of get used to long distances. Hold on. Hold on. Try now.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, now you have to start all over again.
Okay. So you guys went and made the 4-day journey down to just outside Old Varnhold. Then you guys met with another raven the night before that didn't want to die. Like to cause a panic and made some of you run screaming towards the city that night. Although you didn't quite make it all the way before the raven was dispatched finally. Um, the next morning, you guys got up, got prepared, and headed into the city. Where you guys came into the city, kind of followed the street to a very large market square, found a very large old burn stain, where it looked like a lot of bodies had been burned. Made your way to a close by large governmental municipal building that was mostly intact and began to kind of explore it. Where you entered, explored the first couple rooms, kind of scoped out the hallways. One of the rooms you entered was an office. The other room you entered was also an office. However, this one, when you went to disturb some books in one of the drawers and took them out, a windstorm kind of localized, kicked up, picking up papers and eventually picking up tomes and swinging them around and hitting anybody that was standing in the midst of it. So you guys managed to duck out of the room as quickly as possible, away from it, slam the door, kind of keeping it locked in there as you guys went, and then did some research through the books to try and figure out if there's any pertinent information. Although upon cross-referencing kind of the loan holders to the people that had showed up on the very last day of the log, didn't really find much way of anything that was indicative of malfeasance or anything like that. So you guys had gone back to the door to maybe take the books and put them back or do whatever with them. And you do notice that every once in a while, like a sheet of paper flies underneath the door, and you guys can hear thuds and stuff of the book spinning still inside this room. That is where we left off.
We never need to go in this room again, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
So we've gone through and checked the books. At this point, we've assumed we've taken the time. We've reviewed everything that we can in them in terms of a cross-reference.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And there's
you guys dug through the books. It took probably about 45 minutes to get through them all to kind of cross-reference everything between the two.
Okay. And there's no crossover.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any real crossover at all. I mean, there's like a couple people that showed up that day, but none of them were like major loan holders or anything. Small loan holders. Looks like that was probably their day for the month to show up and make their payments or whatever.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely make sure we take note of the largest debtors to the bank, jot down their names or companies or businesses or frig whatever, so that way we can always have that information on hand for quick reference should we need it.
Yep. The only thing that you did notice is that it appears that there is a ledger missing as you guys went through. So you guys have 3 years worth of each ledger book is a year.
Mm-hmm.
You have the most recent year, but it
Yeah.
seems that the year prior is not present.
Really?
You have the 2 years prior to that, but the year just before the last year is not there.
Interesting.
We could look at see who made loans the last year, but not the one 2 years prior. And the difference would have had to have been made the missing year.
Yes. That sounds like a good idea.
Doesn't tell us about any new loans that started in the missing year.
Right.
Well,
If you were going to do something sketchy with money, you would probably try to do it quick and not over multiple years. And if you were going to disappear the documentation that made you look guilty, probably wouldn't disappear half of it.
Right.
that's a good point.
Well, I'm not sure if we're going to find who we're looking for in there or not. But
There's only one way to find out.
I don't think we're going to find what we're looking for in that room, except I did not check that small little desk that was by the window.
Well, if you would like to get
Think
death
you're-
by 1,000 paper cuts,
Do you think you're a good shot?
There's a desk over here that you guys didn't really get to check. There's also another door into the room.
there's another door.
Yeah, there's the door back here.
There is a door that was in the staircase there, though. It might
There
lead in
is.
there.
Maybe.
How good of a shot do you think you are, Rowan? If we throw open the door, do you think you can toss those books back into their place? Maybe that'll make the
I'm fairly
stop.
certain that our best bet at throwing something is our big little friend here, Willick. I've seen that man throw rocks at goblins as if he was pegging off blackbirds on a back
guys-
fence.
Back inside.
I do like throwing
They're
things.
Discussing things. Emrys will pipe up with a bit of information. She's seen some things like this before. Has run across them in her travels. They're known as haunts. They're kind of, I don't know. She doesn't exactly know how to explain it. Anybody with knowledge religion, when she mentions the word haunt, can go ahead and make a check just to see. Rowan apparently has heard very specific stories of these things. So, Rowan, you know from the stories that you've heard, and from what Emerson is conveying is that haunts are. Well, let's just go to 20, and we'll tell you exactly what a haunt is. Okay. So a haunt is a hazardous region created by unquiet spirits that react violently to the presence of the living. The exact conditions that cause a haunt to manifest vary from case to case, but haunts always arise from a source of terrific mental or physical anguish endured by living, tormented creatures. Um, as for how to get them away, there's two ways to get rid of. Well, there's multiple ways to get rid of haunts. Holy water will suppress it. Any sort of holy damage or aura will also suppress it. And then there is always a way to get rid of the haunt somehow.
Like
Always specific.
satisfy its anguish, for example.
Right. It's always something specific that's tied to the haunt.
Maybe it's looking for the money back.
I don't know. It didn't really. I wonder if whoever it is might be under the anguish of dealing with the anguish of that hidden book, or the secrets that they're holding. You know.
Is there a chair nearby
In the room,
or in the hallway?
there's chairs in this other room that you know of.
What if we pick up a chair and use the chair as a shield?
As opposed to using a shield as a shield?
Do we have a shield?
Got a little buckler?
I have a buckler. Yeah. I mean, it's not a shield as much as it is a glorified arm guard, but I mean, it's not gonna.
I'm not sure a chair's going to do much better.
Depends on how big the chair is. I might.
Yeah, it's got some surface area.
What about a good-sized couch?
Yeah, that'd do it. So, I propose we see if we can find out if we can maybe get to that room behind there. Maybe there's something in that little room that the haunt's trying to protect. And then after that, we'll see what we can do. I don't know if throwing the books in there is going to make the haunt happy or not, but I guess that's the last chance we might have. I myself, I don't think I have the capacity to interact with this thing in any meaningful way aside from trying to talk to it. But I mean, getting smashed in the face of the book again isn't necessarily on my top priority list.
I mean, there are worse things to get smacked in the face with.
You have been sheltered so long, I know how innocent that comment really was. All right.
What?
With that, I'm going to go up this way here, and I'm going to take a look through and see if this door is open.
Okay. It is unlocked indeed.
I will give it an open.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh, it's a privet.
It is indeed a privy. It smells pretty bad.
That's going to get closed real fast.
Yep.
As soon as the door opens, you hear everyone go, "Oh, sweet! Destin's glory!" And I walk back out. No! No! Not the closet that we're looking for! Oh! Oh!
I mean, how bad could it be? No one's been here for a while.
Exactly! Go! You don't believe me. Oh! My eyes are burning! Oh! Oh!
Alright, so Rowan's down for the count.
Oh. Oh. Alright. Let's throw the ticket back in. What do you think? You ever heard of a haunt before?
Nope.
Alright.
Honestly, I think you're making it up.
yes.
I mean, you saw it.
I mean, yeah, I saw that. I think you're making up the fact that it's made by, spirits or whatever. Like,
But that's
I
the
mean,
whole reason
I
we
believe in
came here.
ghosts, but that doesn't look like a ghost.
Man of science here.
What does a ghost look like?
I don't know. I hope to find out.
I think that's why we're here, to find out. All right. You know what? Hey, be ready to drag me out if I fall down, all right? Willick?
What are you about to do?
Do you want to tie a rope around your waist?
Yes. Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Thank you.
I could probably yank you out pretty good.
All right. If I'm not breathing, if you don't mind, Raspin, giving me a little bit of your healing magic, that'd be swell. I figure I got us into this mess. I might as well try something.
All right.
So I walk to the door, the books in my hand, rope around my waist, and like a scene out of Poltergeist, I throw open the door, expecting a toothy maw from hell.
Oh yeah, it's right there. You open the door, and immediately in front of you is the swirling vortex. See the leather-bound tomes and papers and
I'm so.
pens,
You know
quills.
what? I will step into the vortex, and I will hold up the books.
That doesn't sound sanitary.
I will hold up the books thusly.
Okay. Make a reflex save.
Yes, sir. Where are you?
Take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as a couple books hit you in the torso.
Yes, sir. With that, I will respond, or I will retort with, I'm sorry I took the books. I know you are in pain. How can we set you at rest? Please take them back. That's it. Now
Just standing there, not moving.
I will move to this, and I will, if they're not taking the books out of my hand, like they have the capacity, I imagine, to blow them up or take it or whatever, I will walk 5, 10, 20, 25, and I'll just put them back.
Okay. You put the books back. The vortex just moves over the table and the desk. Make another reflex save. Okay. You only take 1 point of bludgeoning damage this time. You managed to duck out of the way of most of the books. One does manage to clip you, though.
All right.
Can I walk into the room and try to stay at the outskirts of the vortex?
Yeah.
And make it over to the little desk by the window.
Okay, so you're going over here.
So, like, there.
Yep, yep.
Okay. You want to make a perception roll to kind of search the desk area?
Yep.
Okay. It appears that most of the papers and stuff that were in the desk have been blown out of it. The only thing that's really sitting still in the desk is like a little ink pot. That is... appears the ink has dried to the base of it so that it's kind of like stuck to the desk itself. But you don't see any more books or anything. Just that. Appears like this desk was probably some sort of like attendance desk or something where they kind of recorded what was said or maybe things like that, or took notes of things that were dictated to them.
A stenographer. We should get a stenographer.
Why do we need never mind. Can I do the same thing, kind of skirting the edge of this vortex and go over to the closet?
Well, now, since we're kind of acting in initiative order, it will be Scott's turn to do something.
Okay.
Rowan's turn to do something.
I'm going to make a break for the door.
Okay. You get to the door. It is unlocked.
Open.
Okay, so in here, it is a privy. It smells. This privy doesn't smell just of rancid waste that has been sitting for decades. It also smells of rotting corpse. It has also been sitting here for decades. As you open the door, and still sitting on the privy, holding a
Oh.
large tome in his hands, slumped over with a couple of crossbow bolts in his chest, appears to be is wearing like looks like probably were once some sort of like robes or vestments.
Can I reach the book?
Yep.
I take the book.
Okay.
That'll end my turn.
Okay.
Because I can't move anymore.
Yep. It's turn. It's gonna be 50-50. Oh, one this way.
Ah.
Make a reflex save. Ooh.
Ow.
Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow. I'm gonna die via books.
Tahani, what would you like to do?
I guess I don't know what's happened in the privy yet.
Oh, you just know that there's a terrible smell coming from that area after Ashram or after Rowan opened the door. Yeah, I almost said Ashram. That would have been terrible.
All right. Are there any other desks or anything in this room?
I mean, there's the bookcases and stuff that are like line the shelving and stuff that lines the room, but you guys have kind of already looked through that, and most of those books are now swirling in this vortex. For the most part, you guys have kind of looked at everything that's in here.
All right, then I will make my way towards the.
Okay, so you're just gonna bolt for the door?
Yeah.
Okay, you can easily make it out with your speed. Just nope. All right, Rowan.
All right, I'll yell. I found the last book! And the body this thing belongs to!
Great! I'm dying of 1,000 cuts!
Yeah. At least it's not crossbow bolts. Did you die from a dwarf by chance, mysterious twister? I'm going to, how heavy is the body? How much, like it's just bones
It's
and
a
remains?
human-sized body. Looks like
Skeletal
almost like
remains?
not completely skeleton yet. I mean, most of it's come off, but like it looks like the skin and stuff is very taut and whatnot. Like, I mean, once the door was closed, there wasn't much like air left in the vicinity, really. So it's kind of mummified-ish.
I guess what I'm wondering is, would I be able to effectively collect it all up in my arms and run?
You could try. I mean, you don't really know how heavy it is until you actually go to lift it.
You have the book too.
The book I can stow in a bag. All right. Yeah, I'll make a go to try to get the body up.
Okay. Just make a strength check.
Whee!
I mean, it's fairly good. I mean, you pick it up and kind of awkward fireman carry. I mean, the body's not heavy. It's not exactly light. It's more that it's awkward. Like it's very rigid.
Trying to keep the pieces together. Try not to get stabbed by the
Are
crossbow
his-
bolts.
Is his pants around his ankles?
It looks like it was more, like I said, there were more vestments and stuff, so it was just kind of hiked up.
All right. Well, I'll take the body. And how fast so I can move? What, half speed? It's not that heavy. How fast am I moving?
Between the body and still carrying the book, even if you stow it away,
yeah.
and try to dodge the oncoming vortex, probably half speed.
All right. So Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go this far, and I'm going to yell, Willet, pull me! And that'll end my turn.
All right. I mean, Willock's kind of just been waiting, so Willock, you can
Absolutely.
get a strength check.
And I'll sit.
Oh!
I will sit.
Willock goes to pull and just like loses his grip because he's been like standing there waiting, so his hands are really sweaty. And Willock just gets the nastiest case of rope burn as he goes to pull you out. And you go nowhere.
All right. Well, I am currently sitting with a body over my shoulder like a toddler in a mall. All right. Sounds great.
Make a reflex save.
Yes, sir. Hey!
All right. Take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
I will hide behind the body.
Yep.
All right.
Hold on a second, I'll try again.
Wait! I can make it!
It's Rowan's go.
All right. At this point in time, I'll use half my movement to stand up, and I'll get the hell out of dodge.
Okay.
All right, and then
Shut
I'll
the door,
shut.
Willie.
And then I'll shut the goddamn door.
Okay. So you have made it out with this body
What the?
So,
and the other book.
so, two things. One, here's the missing book. Two, I believe this is the body of that thing in there. As you can see, he died from unnatural causes.
He must have died the same day the city got attacked because I feel like someone would have discovered a body in a closet in a government building.
I agree. But perhaps that storm is simply trying to protect this book. As you can, obviously he was in the privy with the book, trying to hide with the book. So whatever's in there must be really, really important. Which is what I was looking for in the first place.
Make me a sense motive check. Sense motive is weird for it. Make me a sense motive check. Yeah, you're not sure he was hiding with the book. Literally, look, he got caught. Like he was sitting on the toilet, using the toilet, reading this ledger.
All right.
Is the position you pulled it from.
All right. Well, he was obviously really interested in protecting whatever this is. So let's figure out what's in this book and what's going on. And then I think we should just bury this body appropriately. And give it some proper service.
Maybe he was just documenting the Bristol scale.
I mean, let's find out. So, is there any like dirt outside? Like, is the road made of dirt or like?
I mean, the road is actually mostly paved,
But it looks like
cobblestone.
Do we have actual shrubberies
There
and
is
stuff
like
outside?
grass and stuff around some of the buildings. You guys know there's a cemetery. You guys saw it as you were coming in.
All right. So let's take a look at this book and then let's bury this body in the cemetery.
It
All
doesn't
right.
smell very good. I mean, it actually, now that you have it out of that room, it doesn't really smell that bad at all, given everything.
That is strange.
So what's in the book?
So what's in the book?
So you guys take time to pour through it. Go ahead and whoever's going to be reading the book, give me a perception roll. Just one person, not everybody. Whoever's in charge of going through it.
Should I do it then?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not the best reader.
Agent of Fate.
What does that do?
Once a day, I can let someone adjacent to me roll.
Woohoo!
Victory!
So you get through the book, you pour through it, it takes another, 25 minutes to kind of compare the notes from that to the notes you already have and everything.
Whilst I'm doing that, if anyone wants to go and explore the rest of this place, feel free. Anyways, carry on.
It's not so much the names that trigger anything while you're going through this missing ledger. It's the amounts.
Okay.
Okay.
The amounts loaned compared to the payments received and stuff, like the numbers don't match up. There's money missing
On what side?
on the government side.
All right.
So the government's giving out more money than they're taking in.
It's more like the government said they gave out money, and then like later on the loans are documented as being for less money, is what the original documentation is for.
Hmm.
So somebody inside the government was skimming off the top. For whatever reason that might be. Whether or not they were keeping it for themselves or whether they were giving it to someone else, we don't know.
Is there a common name among like who documented the
Nope.
money moving? No.
I mean, if this is your typical corrupt government official kind of thing, they were probably skimming a little bit off of everything.
So here's a question. Let's take a closer look at the handwriting and the number structure of
Like I said, it's very much, it's obviously all one person.
All right.
It looks
Okay.
like the ledger for the entire book is all written by the same person.
And all four ledgers, were they the same?
Correct. All 4 ledgers, all the same handwriting, all clicked by the same person. That's why there's no names on the government side. There's just the amounts and stuff listed. And then there's the name of the borrowers. What you guys notice is like comparing the loan amounts and stuff and the payments and all like that. The amounts missing from each loan for like the original documentation to what it was documented later on is small. We're talking like 20 to 50 gold pieces each loan, and that's it.
Huh.
But it's a lot of loans over the course of a year and a half, because you guys notice it thanks to the main ledger that you have, and then
Right.
the newer ledger.
And then we're able to track it back.
Yep.
So what's the ballpark sum of money we're dealing with here?
Probably about 3,000 gold, all totaled.
Is it like the majority of people taking loans had the same profession or same
Nope.
last name?
It looks almost like it's kind of, just 75% of the loans that this has been done to.
They just figured they could get away with it.
Yeah.
It's a small enough
If
amount.
you guys noticed that at the beginning of the year that you guys just found that ledger, the beginning of the year, there's not as much of it going on. It kind of happens here and there, and then it starts getting more consistent, and then it's very heavily consistent for the rest of the year into the very beginning of the next year, and then starts dying out again. And then there's a gap for a couple weeks where nothing's wrong, and then there's some more here and there, another gap.
Looks like someone had cash flow issues if I've ever seen it.
I would agree with that sentiment for sure.
Is there any borrower that,
There's not a pattern.
well, is there any borrower that they never skimmed off of?
There's a couple, but they don't seem to be. It's not like repeat people taking
Yeah, okay.
people that are taking out loans repeatedly that this happened to. It just seemed like it's a period of time where whoever this was that was skimming money just stopped for whatever reason.
That is not the mystery we are
No.
trying to solve.
All right. Well, this is good to know. Perhaps we might find some more information further on inside this place. In the meantime, I'm going to put this body outside because we don't need it in here. And I'm going to take it outside and I'll put it by this this tree here. I'll put the body here and kind of rest it underneath a dead tree or whatever.
Yeah, the scraggly few limbs of the bush that exists still. That's it.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I'll do for now. And then I suggest let's finish our explorations in here and move along.
Yep. You guys notice that every once in a while, you guys can hear the thuds of books and stuff moving in here.
Sure.
And every
Should
once
we-
in a while, a piece of paper.
Should we try to
flying
do
out
something
still.
about that?
Eventually. I'm hoping that once we actually lay the body to rest that the soul might follow, but maybe the other side of it is we solve this mystery, and maybe that does it too. So, I
Should,
mean,
should we do that first?
well, that's bury the body. I mean, it's clearly been angry and restless for this long. It's probably lost all concept of time. I mean, what's another hour for us to kind of scope this place out?
I mean, I'm worried about it getting loose or getting worse.
Sure. I mean,
It's a vortex. I don't know why a door is stopping it. And that's just sort of a lucky break on our end.
What if it gets bigger?
Right?
Like what if it gets angrier?
Should we name him?
I think
I'm
part
sure-
of
I'm
our
sure
problem
he has
is
a
we
name.
need to figure out actually who this is, so that way we will have a name for it. That
In
was-
the meantime, can we name him Hank?
Sure. I think that's a wonderful name.
Why
Alright,
Hank?
There you go.
So do we want to bury this first? Is that his name? Estrin?
Estrin Olgave.
We know his name.
You are pretty sure that's who he is. Those are the name is in the very beginning of each ledger, and then the side for the government side has OG. Anytime a payment is made or anything like that, it seems like there's like this little OG or EG. Sorry,
All right,
EO.
EO.
Oh.
All
next
right.
to it.
Well, if we know his name, let's try something else. I'm gonna lean on the door, not open it. Estrid, if you can understand me, throw two things at the door. And I'll wait and listen.
Still just the random thuds and stuff of books hitting things and papers rustling. Nothing. You don't hear like knocks or anything on the door.
So no two books suddenly get tossed at the door.
Correct.
All right. I think it's pretty safe to say that that damn soul has lost his mind. If y'all are insistent on us burying this first, I'm okay with it. If we don't mind leaving it, I'm okay with that too. So what do y'all say?
I guess we can go bury it.
I'll help.
I mean, we can give it some kind of rights that may not involve burying it. Maybe we can burn them or something, or just say a few words.
Sure. All right. Then I guess we'll go to the cemetery and bury this body.
I mean, we may end up finding more bodies as we go through the city.
I just hope that we get this done before dark, because the last place I want to be in this place at dark time is in a cemetery. So let's get that done. I think
You know what? That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are leaving here and headed back to the cemetery?
Aye, aye.
But what time of day is it right now?
I mean, you guys came in the morning. You guys have spent probably a couple, probably like 2 hours wandering into town, coming over here, and then messing around with this, whatever you want to call this.
It's a haunt, Jason. It's a haunt.
I mean, it's all, messing with the haunt and like diving through the ledgers and trying to figure things out. Like,
Sure.
it's been a couple hours. So it's probably getting around to be around noon.
All right. Yeah, let's go bury this at the height of the sun, and then we can move on.
Okay.
All right. So I guess, Willick, do you want to carry this wrinkled bag of old body, or would you rather not?
I don't know that I'd like carrying the body, but if we need somebody to, I'll do it.
All right, I'll try to carry the body again.
Emrys is just like, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That
Here,
seems
Emrys.
very much her aesthetic.
Yeah, I agree. Here you go, Emrys. You can carry it. Yeah. Much better.
Yep, Emrys just like lifts the body up. She's like holding it by like
One
its
hand.
rib cage, kind of, in one hand, and like almost like it's like a suitcase, and just carrying it.
Is it still squatting?
It looks
is.
kind of gross.
It's stuck in like the squat in the kind of like it's sitting on the toilet
You'd
still.
have
Its
to like
arms are
rip
still
the
like
skin
it's
and
holding a
muscles to
book.
get it to stop.
It still has crossbow bolts sticking out of its chest. So you guys start making your way through the courtyard, back up the street. You guys know that this is where you saw between these couple of houses here.
Yep.
Most of this is ruins because you can kind of see over top. You know the graveyard's back here.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes
Alright.
about 20, 30 minutes to walk there. Keeping your eyes out just in case.
Ugh.
So what I need to do is go grab your miniatures. Drop.
You know what this reminds me of? I heard a story. This place reminds me of something that I was once told. So Chandler once told me about this ancient ground where people would people would take their animals and they would bring them to this like secret place, and they would bury them here in this in place just like this in a special cemetery, and they buried them there because they loved them so much that they didn't want to let them go.
So it was a pet cemetery.
It was a cemetery for pets, yeah. But what made it super special is apparently the pets came back after they were being
Oh,
buried.
sometimes dead is better.
Sometimes dead is better. Anyways, I just saw this place. It reminded me of a funny story I thought I'd share.
I don't find that funny. That's kind of terrifying.
Life is terrifying, Willick. But it's also
Yes.
full of joy. So it balances out. Alright, let's find a place where we can bury this poor soul and move on. Can we take a quick look around the cemetery and see perhaps if maybe he left any family? We can bury him with them.
Okay. So you guys go, like I said, cemetery. You come out here. So you have like the pathway that leads in this little circular thing around this kind of overgrown statue of Erastil. And then there's like this mausoleum area behind it. And then there's still like these gravestones kind of in this circular pattern going around.
I start looking at the gravestones to try to find
Okay,
Hank's family.
Go ahead and make
Estrin.
go ahead and make a perception roll.
Estrin, Hank, Ostothan, whatever his name is. Oglaive.
So you should begin making your way through the gravestones and stuff. It's hard to make out any of the writing on these. They're extremely weathered.
Okay.
Seems like nobody's, and a lot of them are actually overgrown. It seems like since nobody's really been taking care of the graveyard in quite some time, that everything's just kind of been left to the elements.
Alright.
So you find some like partial names, some dates and stuff like that, all very old. You don't find anything that appears to match his family name or anything.
Alright, well, let's just find a space that we can quickly inter him then and move on.
Okay. So now that Empress has joined us, I'll quickly catch her up.
Sure.
So Empress, what you missed was they dug through all the books and stuff, found that a book was missing out of the books that you guys took. There was a year missing out of the ledgers. So Rowan decided to go back in and try and give up the books to this haunt manifestation and see if it would stop, and it didn't. So he tried to put the books away. That didn't work. So he went to the other door that was in the room, opened it up, and found that it was a privy with an old dead body inside of a human holding the other ledger.
Oh.
So he grabbed the body and the book and drug it out. You guys closed the door while the haunt was still active and are trying to figure out the best way to kind of get rid of the haunt And Rowan was like, well, let's go bury the body, and maybe that will stop it. And so you guys made your way from the municipal building to the graveyard of the city.
By the way, thanks for carrying the body. You are so strong.
The
I
body
know,
that's
so
still
strong.
squatting.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck in a squat
I do
position
my part.
with 2 crossbow
I do my
bolts.
part.
Yeah. I asked
do
the
my part.
vortex if it had been assaulted by a dwarf, but it didn't answer.
Okay.
So let's bury it. Let's dig up and
Okay. So you guys are you guys just picking a random like open like where there's no gravestone marker type area? Okay.
yeah. Unless we want to throw it in the mausoleum and save us the dig.
What kind of shape is the mausoleum in?
That's a really good question.
The mausoleum actually looks like it's from where you're standing. Looks like it's probably held up fairly well. It doesn't seem to have any holes or openings. There's the solid stone door front to it.
Do we want to give it a shot? Otherwise,
Look,
that looks like it's probably fine.
There is no way that this is going to happen twice in one day. So I feel absolutely confident about opening this door.
Okay. So you guys are moving over to the mausoleum to go?
Sure.
Yeah. Are there windows to the mausoleum?
No, there are not.
Can we make some?
I mean, it looks like it's solid stone.
You know, they are solid.
Willick is very strong.
He is very strong.
Yeah, but if we don't like what's inside and we make a hole, then we
That-
have no way to
that's
close
bad.
them in.
Yes, that's bad. Let's just open the mausoleum. Let's give it a shot.
All
Fine.
right. You guys can move yourselves. Let's see. Let's move you guys this way.
I'm going this way.
Okay. All right. You guys can make some perception rolls as you guys approach the mausoleum.
There is no fooling us today.
I mean, I guess we're on alert after.
Yeah, I'm
That would make sense.
Getting attacked by paper.
All right. So, let's see. Tiggerback is probably gonna follow Raspin. Emrys, where would you like to be? Which way do you want to go towards the mausoleum here? Do you want to go way along the path? You want to go upwards with everybody, or down below and around this way?
Down below.
I went this way too.
Okay. All right. So everybody's kind of approaching the door. Raspin.
I will detect evil as we approach.
Okay, as you're looking at the mausoleum,
Correct.
don't see anything.
All right.
However, Raspin, as you are standing right here, you notice immediately to your left as you're facing the mausoleum, a little bit of movement. So you look to your left into the thick overgrown brush there.
And it's just a harmless rabbit.
Please tell me it's an animal. It
Ooh,
is.
rabbit's better than ferret.
It's another raven.
So, the soft scrape of bone reveals the long, sinuous skeleton of a large snake with a humanoid skull as its head with very large snake jaws.
Gross.
Probably about 8 feet in length, coiled up right there. And you are not flat-footed thanks to your perception check when it lashes out at you.
Wait, it's a skeleton snake.
The
With
human
a
head.
human head with teeth. Yeah.
With like, and its bottom jaw is like unhinged and very large.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love undead.
Right. Raspin, what is your armor class?
15.
It misses as it tries to bite you. Jaws snapping. Now everybody can roll initiative for me.
All right.
Oh god.
So, yeah, I'm clicked on here. So, what kind of check would I need to make to try to identify this thing?
We'll get to that when it's your turn.
Yeah, it's fine. I was just curious, so I can get ready. It would have been a simple answer. Smart ass. All right, that's all of us.
Yep. You guys are killing initiative.
That's how we do.
All right. Raspin.
Do I have any idea what this is?
Well, you can make one of two checks. Your choice, knowledge religion or knowledge arcana.
Well, I have one of those.
Okay. You know that even though this looks like it's probably undead, it is not undead. Like the way the skull is attached to the rest of the body, this looks like it was created somehow.
Ugh.
All right, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step this way. And the duration of that. We can do that. Sure. We'll cast Cat's Grace on Rowan.
Ooh, that's nice.
What's that?
Plus 4 bonus to Dex.
Well, I'll take that. So
3 minutes.
For 3 minutes.
Whoa.
Yep, it's a good one. Speaking of Rowan,
Yes, I will make a religion check. Even though we know it's not undead, I'm going to try to learn a little bit more about it.
Okay.
Using my monster lore, which means I get to add. Sorry. Yeah. This one. Boom.
okay. You know, pretty much the same thing as Raspin. It's not undead. Looks like it was created somehow.
All right. So, what type of creature is it?
You don't know, as again, it's created. It's not an actual. It's not a
Creature.
beast. It's not undead. It's not a snake. It's it's like somebody took all those pieces and put them together and made them work.
So, okay. So, to identify the abilities and weaknesses of creatures, like, does not apply here.
I have to remember how
Right.
that all is worded.
Like I read it verbatim, but that's cool. Do, 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 do.
Sure. Okay, so yes, you get to add your wisdom bonus to your knowledge skill check.
Yep.
However, your knowledge skill check is for knowledge religion, which does not identify the properties of this creature because it's the wrong knowledge check for it.
So if I had made the roll on Arcana, it would have been fine?
Correct. You can make a Knowledge Arcana check if you'd like, if you have Knowledge Arcana.
I do, of course.
Okay.
I wouldn't be worth my salt if I didn't. Wrong one, sorry. I need to let that register. There. There you go.
Okay. You are pretty sure that it is a construct.
All right.
So, basic construct knowledge.
No critical hits.
Yeah, immune to disease, death effects, mind affecting abilities. You know, and then hitting them with like energy drain and ability damage and stuff doesn't work.
All right.
Um,
Okay. All right. So what I'll do then is I'll take a 5-foot step back this way, and I will aim to take a rapid shot, and I will say it's not undead, but it doesn't have a mind. So it's treated accordingly, and I will fire a rapid shot.
okay.
15.
One of those. Yep. 15 will hit.
Okay.
6 points of damage.
Those are all +2, right?
Oh, I that's counting
you
my
add
modifier.
2.
Okay.
I add 2.
That is correct.
Just to the roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
You did the temporary thing on
I did.
the sheet, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so then that roll is correct.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. Do you move or just stand in there?
I moved 5 feet in order to take the rapid shot.
Got it. Willick.
Should I smash it or throw rocks at it?
Your call.
Do what you will. Try one,
Yes.
then the other.
Just kill it.
Let's try smashing.
Use your hammer. Yeah. There you go.
Well, that will hit. Okay. Hits the hammer. You notice that it looks like the hammer attack probably dealt a bit more damage than arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Emrys,
Yes.
it's your go.
Am I still holding the body?
Yes, you are, but you can drop it as a free action.
Oh, okay. Can I place it gently on the
Don't
ground?
use the body.
Okay, so you're gonna take like
Beat it with the body.
Yeah.
a move action to place it gently on the ground.
But then I can't move towards the thing, right?
Correct. Yes, if you want to be able to move and attack this round, you're gonna have to drop the body on the ground.
But what if, like, is it a skeleton?
No, it's not a skeleton. It's kind of like partially
Is it like-
mummified.
Oh, it's like a petrified mummy. So, like, if I drop it, it's not gonna like splatter everywhere.
No, it's not gonna like explode. It might
Okay.
break a bone if you drop it like on the stone. You could easily toss it to the bushes.
I don't want to lose any of the pieces. Okay. With a very conscious effort to not use all my strength to drop it,
Okay. Just kind of.
I will.
Got it.
And you can do with that what you will.
Okay. The body kind of just falls into some bushes and
Okay.
doesn't really do anything else after that.
Sorry.
You know, step up while pulling out your Earthbreaker and swing if you like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess do I have control? Do we have control over our thingies?
You should.
Um.
20 will hit for 14 more points of damage. Chunks of bone fly from the skeletal body of this thing. So doesn't appear to be moving as smoothly as it once was.
The snake thing?
The snake thing.
That's got to be like extra creepy, right? When it tries to move like a snake, but it's missing a couple chunks, so it kind of like twitches as it moves. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Ugh.
so unnatural. So
Yep.
unnatural.
So it's got 2 people in melee with it, so randomly. Oh. Or Willick. Alright, Willick, what is your armor class?
12.
Okay. Well, that'll hit. Uh, Willick, you will take 11 points of piercing damage. And you need to make a will save. I'm sorry, fortitude save. Okay, you are fine. Something definitely, you feel it kind of enter your veins from the bite. You feel your muscles tense up. And then you shrug it off and your muscles kind of relax a bit.
Ow!
And then Tahani.
All right, I am going to hit the snake human thing.
Okay.
So you're going to run up to it?
Run up to it, and I'm going to use
You have to use your unarmed strike.
unarmed strike.
You cannot use flurry of blows when you
You'll have to move here or here. The square is the statue.
do it. You get to there.
I will want to be on that side. Yeah.
But this is alright.
Oh, that'll hit till 5. All right. Yeah. Again, it is not moving very well. Definitely missing pieces of itself. Back to Raspin.
Back to me. I'm to I'm gonna give my friend Emrys a bit of luck.
Nice.
Thanks.
Okay. Rowan.
All right. I guess I will have to move. Oh, that's fine. If I move to here, there should be no cover provided to this beast. No, there probably is, right? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
Yep. And I will take a single shot at that creature with my longbow. And I will add my bonus for coordinated attacks. There you go.
Oh, that actually misses.
Oh.
That's disgusting.
Yep.
I rolled a 5. Wow, that's gross. Well,
Okay.
I guess that does it for me.
Willick.
Smashy, smashy.
Oh, jeez. So Willick brings down his warhammer and right on top of the skull of this thing.
Ow.
You watch the skull kind of just shatter to pieces, and then the rest of the pieces that are kind of the bones making up the column of the snake's spine all just fall apart and separate. It
Oops.
falls into just kind of a pile of bone.
I'm gonna hit it once more since it bit me.
Go ahead. Oh my god.
Willick
Yeah.
goes to town smashing the pieces of this,
Oh my.
whatever this was.
Turns it to dust.
I don't like snakes.
I don't blame you. Alright. Well, I guess, unless something else wants to get out and try to eat us.
Well, if this was made, it's probably not the only thing.
That's very true. We should all make sure we're on high alert.
Are we still opening this mausoleum?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I assume the door is heavy or locked or unlocked. What are we
It
doing?
is locked.
Locked.
It looks like the lock is built into the stone door itself.
I'm not so good with locks. Anyone else good with locks? Tiggerbacken?
I mean, I can try.
Are you gonna break the lock?
No. He looks at the lock. He's like, I'm pretty sure that'd be pretty hard to break.
All right. I just didn't want you to like throw acid in there or whatever in case we need to lock.
Oh. No.
I think
And...
Tiggerbakken is feeling lucky
Oh, okay.
I like that.
because I don't want the alternative of breaking this door down.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Tiggerbakken rolled a 17. Rolled a 17 on his dice, but including his modifier, does not open the door.
Mm.
So he got a 25. The door still did not open. It's like, that's a hell of a lock.
Is there an entrance in the back?
That
Would you like to walk around and find out?
Yes.
Go ahead and go walk around the building and take a look. But as you do so,
Somebody go with her to make sure that she doesn't get eaten by snakes.
Thank you.
I'll go with her.
is walk around the back of the mausoleum. No other entry or exit points to this.
Nope.
Tiggerbakken is like, it looks like this door takes 2 keys.
What?
Yeah, see how the hole for the key is like here, but it's kind of like there's 2 slits.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of like you put 2 keys in, one this way, one this way, and then put them in and then turn to unlock the door.
Mm.
Is there a name by chance anywhere on the mausoleum?
No. There's a symbol.
Yes.
There's no.
And what is that symbol?
So the symbol is of a rising sun, which Tahani can tell you is the symbol for the nation of the Summerlands.
Oh, yay!
Who is the statue of Erastil, right?
The statue is of Erastil, correct?
I wonder who could be in here.
I mean, we're about to find out.
How?
No, we're not.
Tahani, do you have knowledge local? Or knowledge history?
She does not.
Okay. Or either one of them a class skill at least that she has checked on.
Knowledge history is a class skill.
Okay, go ahead and make a knowledge history check. Out the basement.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, you know that if it has the symbol on it like this, whoever's buried in here is some sort of government official of some sort of stature from some period in time. It may also, looking around and you don't really see any more. And Old Varnhold is a city that's been around since the beginning of the Summerlands.
Mm-hmm.
More than one of their officials probably have passed away, and this is the only building that has this. So it's more than likely that there are multiple people interred here.
Do you want to keep pressing on?
If I was the key to a fancy mausoleum, where would I be?
Probably in a fancy building.
Much
Well,
like the
if
one
it's
we
for
just
government
left?
people, it would be in the government building.
Yeah.
Tirabaka's looking around like that's where I would expect it to be.
Yeah, perhaps we came to bury this body a little prematurely.
Could there be like lock boxes?
Yeah, perhaps. There's all sorts of things that we could find in there. There's still a whole level.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, anything's possible. All right, well, why don't we leave our friend here propped up against the mausoleum, and let's go see if we can't find them keys and see what else we finally dig up in that building and call it a day.
Can we at least leave him propped up off to the side,
Sure,
off on one of the sides?
whatever makes you happy.
I mean, something made that snake thing. I don't know that we want to just like start leaving bodies in front of buildings.
All right.
So you guys, find a place well covered. There's, like I said, there's a bunch of bushes and stuff growing around.
Just hide him where the snake was. We'll be fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
You hide him right in by the statue. That's
Mhm.
fine. Yeah, I mean, the body, although it being a humanoid body, is a human body, is still
Shriveled.
really very, very thin and easy to maneuver and hide.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So then you guys start making your way back to the municipal building. So by the time you guys get back to the municipal building, it's probably going to be 1:30ish.
All right.
All right.
But
When's our cutoff, friends?
Well,
When is sundown?
I can tell you that sundown is at pretty much.
sundown is probably around 6:30 is when it's going to start getting dark out.
All right, so we need to be well on our way by about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Well, are we staying on the
No.
outskirts of town?
No.
Okay.
Perhaps.
We're getting at least as far away as we were yesterday.
That's what I'm getting at.
Which is like a half an hour walk.
Yeah. So if we are making our way out of that wherever the hell we are by 5:30, we'll be fine.
All right. Lead on.
Let's go.
So what we're going to do is take a quick 5-minute break, mostly because I really need a drink because my mouth is dry. So
Okay.
we're going to take a quick 5-minute break and then we'll be back.
Okay.
Roger.
Okay.
the municipal building. Yep.
Go.
All right. So you guys arrive back at the municipal building. Re-enter. Still hear the sounds of swirling books and papers in the room.
We
Well,
know.
we tried.
We know. All right. So, do we want to explore the rest of this level quickly, and then we'll go on upstairs? And it looks like there's even a downstairs here too, huh?
All upstairs. All the stairs lead up.
They all lead up.
Do we want to divide and conquer to get through the rest of this floor quickly so we can try to be out of here in a couple hours?
I believe that may be prudent.
All right.
So I'll go this way.
I'll follow.
And I suppose I'll carry on this way, which is where I started.
Tiggerbakken says he'll go down here with his cousin.
I'll go by myself. It's fine.
No, Willick will follow you.
And Mrs. Gonna
Just stand there.
doing nails.
I think last time I was trying to go upstairs without anybody looking, but
Now's your
Just go
opportunity. Go ahead.
Nobody's
You
really
just
paying
say-
attention, and
you
there's
just
a
say-
mess load of stairs.
Peace, bitch. As far as I know, you went with the other side. All right.
All right, so let's go with. Oh, we'll go with Tahani and Raspin. Just in case Willick
Okay.
shows back up in the meantime. All right, so there is over here a door, and an open doorway, and then there's a set of stairs leading up.
So 2 closed doors, an open door.
Yep, so 2 closed doors, an open doorway. Like there's no door there; it's just open.
Yeah.
And then the staircase leading up.
All right, which one do we want to look at first?
To the left.
To the left. All right.
So this, okay. So the open doorway. Reveal another staircase that goes up, and a couple more doors.
Oh god. All right, the leftmost door.
That was the left door.
Yeah, but it revealed more doors.
So this is the leftmost door. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Right. The door appears to be locked.
Hey, Tiggerbakken, you want to take a stab at this, or should Tahani try to break it down?
He looks at it. He's like, "Nah, it's not like the last door. Let me try this." Takes him a minute, but eventually he gets the lock open.
Do
Step
you want to
out of the
open
way.
it too? No? All right.
Nope. Why don't we have the
Alright.
tall one open it?
I'll open it. I'm excitable. This is something new.
All right.
All right. Inside is another very small office.
See? It's just another desk. It's all fine.
Yeah, you saw what happened with the other one. So there's, a couple small bookcases, the desk, the chair. There's another little sort of table here, and then there's even a fireplace.
Fireplace. All right, I'll check out the desk.
Okay.
What do you want to go look at?
Said there was a book. I'll check out the fireplace.
Okay.
In the fireplace.
Tiggerback will start looking at a bookcase. All right. So Raspin, looking at through the desk. All right. This looks like it's probably a small office to some sort of governmental clerk, custodian. You find a couple of ledgers and stuff, but they seem not money oriented. They seem to be ledgers for cases and like kind of like almost like court trial documents.
Hmm.
just similar to what Tickerbocken finds. He finds lots of books on law and law.
Maybe this
Okay.
belonged to a
Law.
judge.
Maybe.
Is there
Okay.
anything in the fireplace?
Looks more like it probably belonged to some kind of lawyer, government appointed lawyer, representative, something like that. Checking the fireplace, you find remains from a fire from very, very long ago.
There's no
There's still
burnt letters or.
nope, just looks like wood.
All right. In the court records, is there, like, just skimming through, is there any records related to what's his name? Our friend.
To the no.
Or any, like,
There's some you find
related to
you find
embezzlement or
spots where he's referenced, but they're all cases where, like the people that the loan were lent to were not paying their fee, were not paying on time, and so they had to be brought to court.
all right, and no mention of any kind of like embezzlement or anything like that.
Nope, nothing like
All right.
that.
Okay,
Maybe he got
I'll leave
away
it there.
with it. Maybe he got away with it.
Maybe.
Okay.
That's what I was checking.
All right. So while you guys dig through all of that stuff, Raspin and Willick, where
Rowan and Willick.
Rowan, Willick. Jeez. Rowan and Willick, which door do you guys want to
Well,
open into?
let's start with this one.
The one straight in front of you?
Yeah,
One on the left.
always left. That's
Yeah,
how
the
you
door's
don't get.
open.
That's how you don't get lost. All right, we'll open the door. Ooh.
Okay. Looks like a very large meeting room of some kind. As there's you would think almost dining table, except there's no kitchen or anything that you've found yet. There's just a lot of chairs around a table. There's some papers and stuff on it. However, the chairs are kind of in disarray. The window here is broken and shattered, making another sort of entry point or exit point. And yeah, I mean, it looks kind of not necessarily tossed, but there was some sort of action in here.
All right, I'll take a quick peruse over the documents just to kind of get the gist of what they are.
Okay.
Nothing too deep, kind of surface like.
Just a quick glance. Just a quick glance tells you everything you need to know. That these are documents citing evidence for some sort of court trial case. All of this appears to be documents pointing to, a case for like kind of illegal gambling and profiteering.
I had the wrong room.
Like a whole lot, like almost if anything that you could think that the mob had its fingers in it. There's documents for here on the table.
All right, I'll take note of the plaintiff and then otherwise basically move on, I think.
Okay.
What do you say, Willie? You want to go through the other side here, or you want to open up this door behind us?
I don't like leaving things behind us.
So you want to open it?
Let's open it.
All right, let's do it.
Holy cow.
Okay. Store up here.
Oh.
It's another smaller kind of meeting room, although with only a couple chairs, a very small table. This one does not in any sort of disarray. It appears, Everything's upright. However, it's kind of barren in here. There's nothing on the table. There appears to be like some old, like kind of like candelabra that's off to the side on the a little side table. That's old and hasn't been used in quite some time. It looks like it's got some cobwebs and stuff on it.
Do we? Oh, I'm not there.
That's
Never
a
mind.
table, not a desk.
In the middle of the chairs, Correct.
No,
on the side of the
Yeah.
on the side of the room, it is a table,
All right.
like a small side table.
Okay. All right. Nothing stands out to you, Willick?
Not that. No, nothing stands out.
All right. All right. So let's go pass through the other way, and we'll go through that other room and then open the next door. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. So we'll go this way, and then I guess we'll pass.
It's your turn to open the door, though.
I'm all over it.
Okay. So, Emrys.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. Ooh.
Let's see here. I should be able to get here. All right. So, you come up the stairs.
Yeah.
You find some more doors. There's a double set of doors over here and a double set of doors down here.
Okay. I go left.
Left. Let's see. You have dark vision. So, the only annoying part to this is that there's no like circle reveal. There. Okay, that's good enough. All right. So you kind of open the door,
Yes.
peek in. It appears to be kind of a rounded walkway with an massive opening in the center that goes down to the first floor,
Oh.
where you can see rows of benches and stuff like that. Almost like it's like a
Spoiler
standing,
alert.
almost like it's like a standing room area to kind of watch whatever's happening in this. There are more sets of double doors around the outside of this walkway.
Okay.
However, that is not the only thing you see.
Oh god.
I'm gonna message this to you because I'm assuming that you're gonna quickly close the door afterwards.
Yes.
You just close the door and back out?
Yes.
Okay. What do you do after that?
I go to the other side to look through the other door.
It's the same room.
Oh, but is those things on the other side?
So they are directly across the room. So they are near the other sets of doors,
Oh.
but up in the open space. So they
No.
are here and here.
Oh.
That time you wish you knew how to shoot a bow. Okay. That was fun. I'll come back up with reinforcements.
Okay. You just close the door and back away.
Yeah.
Make a stealth roll for me.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Oh god.
I believe I can. No.
Okay. You're
Nope.
fine. Nope.
I
nope,
have
you're
no
okay.
faith in myself.
You just there's a little tiny bit of noise at the very end of the door closing back into place. But for the most part, the doors actually opened and closed fairly quietly where you are.
That's weird. I'm gonna bring that information downstairs. People think I'm smart.
Hey guys. Hey guys. So which group do you try to take the information to?
Well, I wasn't really paying attention to where everyone was going, so I'm just gonna wander. I'll go left.
So coming down the staircase, you go left?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take you this way.
Based on that timing, she might be at that door just as we're about to open that one.
Just after you open it.
Yeah, she's gonna find you guys in here getting ready to go and open this door here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you find Rowan and Willick in what appears to be a very large, like there's a large table with a bunch of chairs around it. You can immediately tell that it looks like there was a fight in here at some point. But it looks like they're getting ready to open the next door.
Oh, hey!
Go down to the other two. Come on, you gotta give them some more time. You might as well bait us along a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Raspin and crew,
Oh no.
what are you guys up to? You guys have kind of gone through this room. Like I said, it looks like it's probably some sort of lawyer or clerk or, some sort of law representative's office.
Well, I can't make heads or tails of any of this legal stuff, so I think we just leave it here.
Alright.
We should on the other side of this kind of
The
documentation.
Rocket's like, here you go.
Here we go. What?
He's holding out his hand. He's got like this bag in it.
Alright, let's.
What's that?
I mean, it jingles like money. He goes chink 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 chink.
Take a buck and found money, guys.
Tahani, open it.
Why am I opening it? Alright, I open it.
There is indeed gold inside.
I didn't blow up.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's check the next room. The next room to the right.
We'll come back for this, Tigger Bucket. Let's leave it on the desk. Let's not remove anything from the rooms until.
Oh, because of like the ghost haunt things. Got it.
Look, just to be safe, we'll come back.
Yeah,
for it.
nope, you're right. You're right. And he puts it
When
back
you're
where he
right,
found
you're
it.
right.
Puts it back where he found it. All right, so you guys are going to the room across the hallway.
Yeah. Which one? This one?
No.
This one?
Is
Yes, but
there
if you
another
open-
room
Yeah,
below?
there are two options, and then there's stairs.
Oh, okay. Then yes, that room.
This one, all right.
All right, another office. This one larger than the last. This one looks very nice comparatively.
Can I check the desk?
However, there is a body.
Oh.
Woo.
Very old, dead body.
Oh.
Looks like it was probably human or half elf maybe. As it's again mostly skeleton. Wearing robes similar to the person before you, except these look much more ornate. Tahani, you're pretty sure that these are something that a high government official would be wearing in the Summerlands. Judge, mayor, something like that. Something along those lines.
Do they also have a bunch of crossbow bolts?
No, this one has a bunch of slash wounds to him.
Guys, he's wearing robes of like a higher order person.
Tiggerbacon's like,
Um,
is this one gonna move?
I don't think it's gonna move.
Okay.
I can poke it.
Skeleton.
Go ahead. That sounds like a volunteer.
I go over and poke it.
It does not move.
All right. Yep, you're
All
good.
right, cool.
Can I check the desk?
Yeah, you can start checking the desk.
You should check the body.
I will search the body.
Tiggerbacon will search this.
Ugh.
Okay. There's not too much to search on the body anyway. It's pretty much just the robes that it's wearing and then the wounds that it has. You're pretty sure that it's some sort of sword or it's definitely a slashing weapon. Dealt the wounds to this person.
Hmm.
Looks like a couple nice hits to the chest is what did them in.
Is there any like indication of what cases they were having that day?
So you start looking at the desk and you start going through it and stuff. There is some materials on the desk still.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like whoever this was may have been reviewing before the day started or whatever.
Mhm.
It looks like the case that they were going to be going into for the day is some sort of case brought against somebody for racketeering, illegal gambling, smuggling, bootlegging. Like, again, if the mob was into it, that's what's being brought against.
This place sounds like it used to be a lot of fun.
And by a lot of fun, you mean a lot of people died here?
I mean, the gambling never necessarily killed anyone.
It was the swords that did them in?
Yeah.
Oh. Alright.
See, you get it.
Can I check the next door?
Oh, you're checking that door? All right,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Just so that both parties are aware, because the name is on both. You guys have both found the name of the defendant. There you go. This happened.
Sterling
Holden.
Holden.
Okay. I wonder if that guy has a lot of silver. He must carry.
I wonder if that's a real name.
He must carry a lot of it.
I bet he's a great archer.
Okay. So, guys, like I said, you guys, that's what the court documents you find on the desk are during the
Yep.
day for this case. Terry Watkins like, yep, there's lots of books on law.
All right.
At least these ones aren't flying.
That's true. All right. So we gonna open this door?
I think
As
that's
soon
it.
as I realize that Emrys is with us, I'm gonna turn this. I thought you went with the other folks.
No, I went upstairs.
You found anything fun? As I've laid my
Um,
hand on the door now.
There's some. Okay, you're gonna make fun of me, but they're big. Okay, there's 2 bats in there, like
Okay.
large bats.
And then I open the door. Really? Bats? You said?
Yeah.
Okay. You open the door, and the room that you're looking into is very dark.
Fun.
There's only little peaks of sunlight coming in through. There are. I guess I should. I'm just gonna reveal the whole thing.
Understanding that we who don't have dark vision can't see in there right now.
Correct.
See, they're up there. They're up there, Rowan.
There you go. All right. So this is the room. So what you can see there, because there's 3 windows here. However, they are clouded and soot stained, as it looks like there has actually been fire in this area here.
Oh.
So this table and these chairs and stuff all look like they've been burned. These seats that you can see that here and there are all seem to be intact. However, as for creatures that she's telling you about, you don't seem to see them.
They're up there.
So this
Can't
is
you
like
see?
this is like the courtroom then.
Yep. Yep, that's what it looks like. It looks like a courtroom.
And we're in the jury room
this-
right now.
Yep, correct.
All
And
right.
then you can tell that there is another level to this, where there's an opening, but like this area here, there's a walkway directly above.
Sure.
So it's this inner piece that's actually open directly above and goes up probably about 30 to 40 feet.
All right. I can't see anything in there.
They're up there.
Do we open the door on the other side now?
I mean, would you guys open that door next?
That's what we were
Yeah.
planning on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then, sure. You guys open the door. Tahani, who has dark vision, can see the whole room. So, Tahani, you see there's a couple statues. There's these
Oh.
soot and ash-stained windows.
Uh,
This area appears to have sustained massive fire damage. These wooden benches are all fine. So is this little bit of carpet, although it has stains on it, and there's some stains on these benches too. Yeah, you see that, and then there's the opening that you see goes up to the ceiling in the middle central area that's really, really tall and high. And just at the very sort of edge of your dark vision, you can, when you look up there and kind of obscured by part of the next sort of platform that goes around the next story up there,
Yep.
you do see two large, looks like bodies, maybe, of
Oh.
some large creatures hanging from the ceiling.
huh.
Hey, what do you see?
There's two living things on the ceiling.
Hey, look, there's Tahani. They made it across.
Yep. You do see, you guys can see each other because the rooms that you're in are lit.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can see each other across the hallway, across this thing.
Hello. Looks like there is a fire here once.
Are you talking at normal volume?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming she's talking to just you and Tiggerbakken and not yelling that across to Ashram. Or not Ashram. Jesus, wow. I'm throwing myself 100 years backwards for this game.
Yes, you are.
Alright. However, you guys are starting to talk and like look in the room and stuff. And you guys hear very loud, high-pitched shrieks come from the ceiling above.
Oh my. Oh my. Ah.
See, they big. They not small. Emrys also doesn't like bugs. But you might find
That's
out
a problem.
later.
Well,
If you don't like bugs, then you like these guys. They swoop down after they screech into the room. There are two very, very large bats in this room.
Ugh.
Hey.
I get into defense position.
are we gonna roll initiative?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, now I can go upstairs while they're distracting the bats.
Now's my chance.
That was poop. Reroll.
Willick. All right.
Ow. Lonnie and Rowan both got 15s.
14s.
14s, that's what I meant. I meant
Mhm.
that. However, Rowan has the much higher dex or initiative bonus.
Yup.
Yep.
All right. Willick. You hear a screech coming from the room and that you guys have opened the door to. And you know Emrys told you that there's really big things in there.
I'm gonna hold action until someone throws a light in there.
Okay. Rowan.
All right. So here's a question. No, that's not gonna work. I will. How big of an item can I cast light on?
How big of an item? I
Yeah.
mean, there's no like it can't be, it can be any size. It's just the point of light is always the same size.
Still like a torch, right?
Correct.
So like I cast light on this chair behind me and toss it in there. It's not gonna be like, whoa.
Correct. It'll just have a section of the chair that you touch that will emanate light like a torch.
Well, that's fucking boring. Anything on the table beside me? The little one?
There's like a candlestick.
Sweet. I'm gonna grab that, cast light, and chuck it in the room.
Okay. Just rolling it. I mean, you're not throwing it at them. You're just chucking it.
Just chucking it.
Yep. Or else it's going to be enough to light the room with like shadowy on the edges. I mean, it's enough to see in there.
Sure. And with that, I guess I will make a monster lore check for these things.
Okay. Knowledge
Assuming
nature.
They're large. Wait, hold on. That's not right. Here. There. Still worse.
They're really big bats. Really big bats.
Really big fucking bats. How big is big?
They're a large size, so they're take up 10-foot squares. Their wingspan is probably let's see. Giant furry bat is nearly the size of an ox with dark leathery wings that open wider than two men with arms outstretched.
It's
Gee.
fucking really big.
Yep.
I told you they were big.
Well, Jesus. With that, I will initiate my judgment. I will call upon some direction from on high, and I will say, repair my broken body that I might fight till my dying breath and then some, and I will initiate my healing judgment.
Okay.
Because I am fuckered right now. All right.
That's it for you.
That's it. So do I get my 1 hit point now?
Yes.
Only 1 hit point?
One every round.
He gets one every round though.
Oh, wait,
okay.
no. 2.
Oh, is it 2 now? Nice.
2.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yes, I'm done. Oh, I guess I can move out of the way.
Mm-hmm. All right, Willick, you held your action for somebody to toss light in, and that just happened.
I'm going to grab one of these chairs and try to throw it at the bat.
Okay.
They're really big fucking bats, man.
So well, I mean, chair's big enough to hit them then, right?
Just letting them know. They're big.
Okay. So you have to roll your throw anything. Yep. Let's see. That hits. Willick picks up this chair and throws it in. He screech noise and it sounds like a breaking chair hitting something.
Ugh.
Take that!
I think you
You
got him.
giant flying rat!
Right. Tahani.
Alright. I am going to... Are they low enough to the ground for me to hit?
Correct. They swoop down to the ground. That's the reason
All
why
right.
nobody can see them.
I'm gonna run up and make an attack.
Okay. You hit for 6 points of damage.
Ooh. Making a dent.
All right. It's the bats go.
Oh boy.
Oh. No.
We'll fly to here. This one will just shift over. All right. So the one on Willick will try to bite you. Sticks its head through the door to bite you. And wow, misses.
How big is that head anyway?
Oh, it's big, you know.
Like if
If its wingspan is, 2 men outstretched, its head's gotta be
About the size of a cow's head.
As long
Yep.
as it's sitting in front of that door, we ain't getting past it.
Yeah, it's in Warhammer range now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that was that one, and the one on Tahani. Tahani, what's your armor?
My armor class.
14. That will hit.
Oh god.
You take 6 points of piercing damage as it bites you on the shoulder.
I'm down.
Oh.
Whoops.
Why don't you people tell me these things? We had so much downtime.
You guys walked half an hour to and from. Okay.
Just bleeding out the whole way.
So Tawny just slumps in the bat's jaws, falls to the floor.
You know, you have to go dramatically.
Emrys,
Huh?
it's your turn.
Okay. Are we all in the room now?
Nope.
Okay.
I think we all know what's in the room now.
Yeah, everybody knows about the bats. The bats here, though, kind of blocking the entryway to the room.
It's just like hanging out, like, what's up?
It tried to bite Willick after Willick threw a chair at it.
I like the innovation. I guess I'll move next to him. Can I still hit it then?
You
it's still
can
there?
try. It's just going to get an extra bonus to its armor class because you're swinging, through a door at it around a corner, kind of.
Okay.
I mean, technically, you can step into that doorway right in front of Willick.
Well, then I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I want to get as close as possible.
Okay, this is as close as possible.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
That hits, and it takes 15 points of damage. So, remember. Yep. That bat. Hit it with a hammer, and it kind of falls to the floor. It doesn't look like it's dead. It looks like it might actually just be unconscious.
For now.
All right. Raspin.
So I've most of the way closed the door by the time she goes down.
Okay.
And because that was my plan.
To close her in there with it?
What am I gonna do?
Thank goodness, I'm unconscious and don't know that was your plan.
Yep.
My best friend would never abandon me.
Why do people do dumb things, Tiggerbakken?
Tiggerbocken's like they're too tall. It makes their brains small.
I'm going to step up and cast Stabilize.
Okay. So she's she's still unconscious, no longer bleeding out.
Yay!
Okay. That was you. Now it's Tiggerbakken. Ugh. Get away from my friends! You giant flying rat!
Tiggerbakken.
Throws a flask at it.
Please not Optimus Fire.
Totally Alchemist Fire.
Oh, it's not even alchemist fire. It's a bomb.
Oh.
It's okay,
Okay.
though. He's smart enough to throw it at a different square.
Fluffernutter!
Throw it over here. great when you can fluff another by yourself.
I know. Do you want
All
to
right.
rely on terrible things happening?
7 points of damage. That. Pretty good. All right. Back to the top with Willick. Willick, you do see another bat further in the room.
I'm gonna grab another chair.
Are you gonna like drag it forward past Emerson and then throw it?
I'll duck.
Excuse me.
Okay.
There's a bat on the ground.
That one was not. The throw was just a little awkward.
Aw.
Maybe it was having to drag the chair like past Emerson without, hitting her with it. 'Cause that's a scary proposition, right? Like hitting.
This
Emerson
chair
with a
was not aerodynamic.
Yep, and it just kind of tumbles and hits the ground in front of the bat. Right, Rowan.
All right. I can move past all these people, right? If I need to. Like to here.
Yep. Yeah, you can move through ally spaces.
I'll just fire a shot at that there bat.
Okay.
And miss like
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. Nope. All right. Tahani's go. Not bleeding. Not bleeding. Bats go. Hello, little ones. Even will be Raspin, odd will be Tiggerback. And a 4. Raspin, what's your armor class?
15.
Oh, nope, that is only a 13. Right. So it goes to bite you and just barely misses. Just kind of duck out of the way just in time.
Good job.
You are unconscious.
Emrys,
My ghost would want a high five.
Yeah.
it's your go.
I don't. I'm gonna have to like move more than 30 to get to it, right?
Nope, you move 30 right.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Crunch. Emrys the Exterminator has shown up. Has eliminated the bat problem.
Is it still unconscious, or is
The other
it dead?
one? Yes. No, that one is the one that you just hit is dead. The one back by Willick and Rowan, unconscious.
Okay.
Still breathing. Just technically at 0 hit. Oh, yeah, 0 hit points. So it's probably gonna die soon, real soon.
Okay.
Like now, dies
Ah.
Okay.
now. Bleh.
What? Just give me one more round. One
Yeah,
more
let
round.
him kill it. Let him kill it.
Fine, it's alive still.
Sweet.
What are you doing to save its life? Because it's dying.
I could cast Stabilize.
Okay.
On a
I said
Bat?
I could. Didn't say I was gonna. What I am gonna do is gain 2 more hit points.
Yep.
If I'm being
Technically,
honest.
you're going to gain 2 hit points every 6 seconds, even after the fight's over.
Until my
that
judge...
ability doesn't end just because the fight ends, right? Like, it has a duration?
No. It's only as long as the judgment is active.
Oh.
So
Okay.
combat is still going, you see.
Okay. Yeah, because it's technically at 0. Yep. But now it dies.
But here's what I'll do. Now I'll say, you know what? This worked for the last flying beast that wanted to screw with us, and I'll pull out the, I'll pull out my star knife and I'll coup de grace the shit out of that motherfucker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just cut its head clean off.
Yes, sir.
Do it.
Got it.
Awesome. Now we can go upstairs.
Yep. And now I'm not quite so dead. Speaking of, hey, why is Tahani lying face down on the floor?
Why do you look like you're half dead?
I feel better. I got
People
better.
are dead.
Tiggerback,
I
it's
mean-
like, to be fair, it just looks like some bumps and bruises. It just looks like he got into a bad fight with a bunch of books.
I mean, I know Tinkerbocken and I are reckless, but like, you guys are just being irresponsible.
War and Peace is a hell of a book.
All right. I'm
So,
gonna channel positive energy, I guess.
and what does that
Alright.
do? Do we
Uh,
all get
That
and-
is
that?
5.
Well,
How's everyone doing?
pretty good.
That include me.
It does include.
What happened?
You picked a fight with a bat and lost.
Tinkerbocken mixes something together, goes, here, drink this.
I drink it.
Picked a fight with a bat and
you take
struck
6
out.
I mean, you heal 6 points of damage.
Thank you.
You're so used to taking our hit points. Jeez.
Yeah. Tinkerbocken's so cool.
How's everyone doing? We need to top anyone off?
I'm at 50.
50? 50?
No. Like 50%. I'm at
I was gonna
11.
say, girl.
Go-
How do you
You're
have more
like,
than me?
And you fell down to the bat? Or were you faking?
Tank and a half.
That's
Cure
right.
light wounds.
Thank you.
Alright.
All right.
No.
Warring taxis.
So,
No. Back at full health.
so this place is on. This place was set on fire. You said.
There is a. It looks like everything up on the front here. This area here had a fire.
So very clearly,
That area in particular.
That area in particular.
somebody wanted to set the judges on fire. This place has been a courthouse. Yes.
It's
What'd you
definitely
got-
what it looks like.
What'd you guys find over there?
There was some.
Law books.
There was some guy in
So
fancier
many
robes that got murdered too. Not with crossbows this time. He got sliced to death.
Are there any other bodies in the room?
No.
Are there any other familiar oily black residues in here?
Yeah, there's more very old blood stains and stuff like that in here. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so like the only bodies we found so far are presumably officials. So that's something. Is there anything up at the big fancy desk?
The big
Anything
fancy desk
recoverable?
that is destroyed because it's been burned.
It's been burned.
Yeah,
to
is
shit.
there anything recoverable, or it's just completely burned?
No, it's completely annihilated.
So,
Alright.
so it seems like there was a really big case going on in here about some sort of organized crime or whatnot.
Something really fun happened,
Something.
and then these guys wanted to shut it down.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm looking at. Sterling Holden or something.
Yep.
Your idea of fun is much different than my idea.
Looks like that room we just came from. That's probably where the jury deliberated, and looks like there was a fight that obviously broke out in there somehow. So whoever it was that was trying these folks, they didn't want to be tried, and I think they made their disdain for that known pretty quickly.
Hmm.
And very brutally, I might add. Emrys, did you have time to find anything else upstairs, or just these big black sacks of leather?
I did see there was 2 doors on the other side of this landing. It goes around this room. I don't know if you can see it. But what's really weird is that when I opened the doors, they were not like creaky or anything.
Oh,
Like,
that's eerie.
They were kind of like brand new.
Yeah.
Not brand new, but like it felt like they're just not old.
Yeah.
They've been maintained, is what you're saying.
Yeah. But I didn't get a chance to go to the other side because those things were like looking at me.
Well, then it might be a good thing that we all got healed up, because there might be some company upstairs that we're going to have to deal with. Let's just quickly, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that candelabra and I'm going to hand it to Willick. And I'm going to say, hey, Willick, would you mind breaking that back window for me?
Sure.
Nice. And now that we can let some sunlight in here, I'll take a look outside and try to figure out what time it is.
It's still early afternoon, probably
Alright.
like 2 o'clock.
Alright.
You guys got a couple hours still.
We still should have plenty of time. Alright, well, why don't we head upstairs then and see what's going on?
All right.
Stick together this time.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can. Sounds like there's a big central area, and we'll take a look and see where we go from there.
All right.
Alright, move us to the map.
Up the
Yep.
steps.
Let me grab everybody. Time. All right. So this is actually the ground floor right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So you can go up the. So you go. This is the ground floor. You just go up the steps here. And there's this.
Cool.
This is the walkway, the sort of standing balcony to stand and watch the court proceedings below.
Yep.
This is the area where the bats were hanging.
Because bats are cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So do we want to check from here then? We'll investigate in this area first.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I think so.
Let's open up them doors. We should have a little bit of light anyway coming in from the bottom now.
There you go. So there's the 3 sets of the double door here, double door here, double door here, single door, and single.
All right.
Left.
So what are we
Always
thinking?
left. Always left.
Yep.
Left.
All right.
It looks like a hallway.
Yeah, I'm picking up on theme here.
Open up, and it's a very long hallway.
Hmm.
And you can see in front of you another stairwell.
I'm gonna open this one up since I'm right here. Mm-hmm.
Did that door? Either of these doors feel like new, well maintained?
Ah.
That's weird, right? Like walking through them, they don't squeak, nothing like that.
Hmm. Is there a spell on them?
Where are you going, friend?
We'll move this way. Yeah, you got it, Emis. Let's get these all open too.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's just hallway space.
I'd be checking.
Oh, it looks like there's someone. There's a door down here.
I'm gonna check the door right there.
Right where?
This one?
There.
That one? Okay.
Yep.
Emrys, that is like a little small utility closet type thing. Looks like it probably had cleaning supplies at one point. It's like an old broom,
Okay.
mop, that kind of thing.
And it's
All
just
right.
there's no door leading to the next room or anything?
Nope, it's just empty.
Okay.
Alright, so
Go back.
Tahani's going.
I found
here.
another one up this way. Yeah, we'll try this one first.
Tahani's going into this room.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Tahani.
Yep.
So you find another, like, it's a room. It has a table with a couple chairs around it. You do notice that there is a large blood stain across this table. Old blood
Oh.
stain across the table.
Oh.
Um,
I share this with the group.
Group is very spread out.
Hmm.
She shares this with the people around her.
She could yell it out. It would carry.
So, are you just like searching in here to see what else is in here? That's
Yeah.
just that's immediately what you notice when you open the door. There's like this table that has the blood stain on it. There's also a little like ottoman type thing over here in this corner, and this corner has a little table.
I'm gonna check the table, the rectangular one.
Okay. So you take your time to look through and see what all is around. The table actually has like a stack of papers on it.
Uh-huh.
So you start digging through those. It looks like this room was used to mediate arbitration between two parties.
Yeah, see how well that landed.
Yep. So there's a lot of papers there, not just a single case of arbitration, but multiple cases. Just like
Okay.
what was talked about, what was agreed upon. A lot of it appears to be like land disputes, border disputes, between two farms, or like this cow is mine, but you have it, that kind of thing, right? And it's just working it
Yeah.
out between the two parties.
Yep.
Lots of that kind of stuff. You do notice, however, that kind of underneath the table, a little box.
A little box.
Yep, little box.
Is it
Probably
case
about
box?
6 inches wide by about 4 inches deep.
I'm going to pick up the box.
It's red, colored like a deep red. It's kind of like brass hinges and stuff on it.
I'm going to open the box.
So you open the box,
What's in the box?
and music starts playing. Like, ding, 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 ding. What's in the box? It's essentially a music box.
Well, this is very nice. Do I recognize the tune?
No. Also, I need you to, because as the tune progresses, it's kind of eerie and creepy, and then very unnerving, and I need you to make a will save.
Oh my god.
So, so the music box is very, very creepy and scary. So you kind of set it down real quick, like, get this the hell away from me. And you turn around. And we're going to have to do one of these.
Oh.
This isn't very good.
Is it just you and me, Travis?
Apparently.
Okay.
There. Okay. There we are. I'm going to assume Scott has his headphones on, as I can't see anybody's camera for whatever reason. I think I need to close Chrome and reopen it, but I don't feel like doing that.
I don't know. His camera's down.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to assume he has his headset off.
Yeah.
If he does it, it's not that big of an issue. But you turn around, and there is a woman standing there.
Oh.
She is, it's a half-elf woman, and she is wearing the similar robes that you've seen on people here so far, of like a like Summerland's kind of functionary government person.
Yeah.
And she's just standing there and staring at you.
And where?
She is directly behind you when you turn around. She's right in the square.
Ugh. When did you get there?
Her head just tilts to the side as she stares at you.
Were you murdered here?
Back. She has this like contemplative look for a moment. She opens her mouth and she goes, "Yes, I'm dead. That's right."
Oh. Why? Why did you die?
And she like kind of takes her robes and like opens them up, and then you can see the giant slash mark down her chest.
Oh. Who did this?
A man? I think. A man.
Did you know the man?
No.
Was this because of court hearing?
I don't believe so.
What did the man look like?
Big. Wearing leathers, carrying a really big axe. His hair was kind of wild and unkempt, savage looking.
Did he kill all these people?
He and his friends, accomplices.
Gotcha. Wait, what can we do for you now?
Make him go away.
He's still here?
Yep.
In the building or in town?
No. Yes.
Okay, we'll work on it. If I need to talk to you, can I just play the music box?
No.
No. You're gonna disappear forever, aren't you?
No.
No.
It's like, if you really need me, you have to come here. I don't have much time left. It's
What
better
what
at night.
what was your name?
Alyssa.
Alyssa. And you worked here?
Yes.
What was your job?
Like, I was a clerk. It was my job to look up previous cases and provide reasoning for why um, um, why certain judgments should be given again.
Given again.
Yeah, she's basically a paralegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do our best. Thank you.
She's like, if you need me, come at night. Easier,
Midnight. Okay.
but it's more dangerous.
Oh, thank you for the heads up.
So the music stops, and she like just fades.
Bye.
Okay, we can go back.
Okay.
We're not alone anymore.
We're not alone anymore.
So
Yeah.
Willick makes a perception roll for me.
Oh no.
After a few moments, you're pretty sure you hear something coming from the room Tahani's in. It's a weird kind of like bell chimey noise, and you definitely hear what sounds like Tahani talking.
I better check this out.
So
Tahani!
just as you come around and you go through the door, you see what looks to be like the figure of a person that was standing there dissipate into nothing.
It's a ghost!
Yeah, basically. We need to get everyone together in this room. Everyone now. Everyone now.
In this room. Has to be this room.
It doesn't have to be this room.
You want us to stay in the room with a ghost?
The ghost isn't gonna hurt us. Just, we find people.
How quickly and loudly?
I just yell out,
Tahani found the ghost!
Siribak immediately runs towards where the noise came from.
Did you hear that?
I don't know. Let me check.
Yep.
Oh, I definitely heard that. We should go.
Okay. Whee!
All right.
Oh.
So you may have noticed the giant blood stain on the table.
Yep.
A woman was murdered here, and how I know that is because her ghost is in this room.
Cool.
I will detect evil.
Don't pick up on anything evil.
I will continue to detect evil for the duration of this interaction.
Okay.
There's this music box that when you play it, she appears, but it's easier for her to appear at night, so I don't think she would come again until tonight.
Sleepover.
Are you sure you didn't hit your head?
I am positive. She said a big burly guy in dark clothing killed her with an axe, a big axe.
Ooh.
And her name was Lean.
It's a dumb name.
Did she say this room was protected at all?
No, but she said the guy and his crew killed everyone in the building.
Did she say what the guy's name was?
No. But he's still in the city.
Really?
Good to know.
Like,
Yeah, he's not.
The ghost of
is he
Amos
dead
Silverson?
and in the city, or alive and in the city?
It sounded like he's alive in the city.
I guess we know where that snake came from.
Perhaps. Guess
Yeah.
we might also know what's waiting for us in these well-used rooms.
So why do we have to come back at night?
To ask her more questions.
Can you put the box on the table for me for a moment, please?
I put the box on the table.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on the box.
Okay. You don't really see magic on it. No aura. Just looks like kind of like a music box.
It's legitimately just haunted. That's unnerving. Alright, well, it's not magical. So she must actually have her spirit tied to this thing.
But do we have to come back, or can we just take it outside?
No, I think she's only in here, and she said that her time's almost up, so we have a limited amount of time to figure this out.
Why is our time almost up? This happened decades ago.
I don't know.
You didn't ask.
You know,
Are you sure this isn't a hallucination of some kind?
I promise you.
Terrabacon's like, I thought I gave you the right potion. Maybe I didn't. He starts checking his stuff.
It sounds like a trap. A ghost trap.
We're gonna come back tonight, and we're gonna figure that out.
Hold on.
Wait,
Hold on.
What?
What's this we business? I have not signed up for anything.
I thought you wanted adventure.
So, we just had this conversation. There's a difference between reckless and irresponsible.
We're solving
One of them gets you into
murder.
trouble, the other one gets you unconscious on the floor with a bat hovering over you.
We're solving murders. There's a murderer about. We must do something.
Well, here's what I suggest. I suggest that we don't waste any more time, because she did make a good point. We are running out of it. So let's get our way through this building as quick as possible. Don't forget, we're still looking for those keys to put our friend away. And perhaps we might run into so-and-so while we're on our little jaunt in here. I have to imagine that there's something in here that's still going to answer some more questions other than this ghost.
At least someone is still talking sense.
So, let's carry on. Let's take that music box. You keep it with you, Tahani, in case it's some sort of anchor. It doesn't seem to have any other magical property. It shouldn't harm you at all.
Terrabacon's like, you want her to keep the haunted music box?
Yeah, obviously.
I could like, break it, or just like make it not work.
Let's not do
No,
that.
no.
No, Tahani seems pretty adamantly
Okay.
attached to this. We're gonna let this ride a little bit longer.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna remember this for the next time you try to take something away from me that makes me Nate.
Me? Ugh,
We're setting an important precedent here.
that's fine. Like I said, it's not magical. It doesn't seem like it's gonna, harm her in any way. But
I didn't
Tahani,
hallucinate.
don't open it.
All right.
All right.
Take her back and keep make sure she can't open it.
He like, can I
You
look
have
at the
glue, right?
box? I promise not to break it. Can I look at the box?
You know, the last time you made a promise.
I mean, like, you'll watch me right here. Like, I won't break it. If I break it, you can punch me in the face.
You are very good at that.
That's a pretty good deal.
I put the box on the table, roll up my sleeves, and just stand in front of him ready to punch.
Okay. He just takes the box and looks at it, looks at, like, the latch and stuff, and he's just like, yeah, there's no place to put a lock on this.
I was talking about your glue, but I guess we used all of that.
I don't have any more, and I don't have the stuff I need to make it right now.
I snatched the box back.
We got to get more of that. That was fun.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
All right.
Like,
Alright.
we just need to find a really big spider and get some of its webbing.
I'm gonna go back to what we were before we got summoned out here. Check this door. Crack that bastard open.
Okay.
So, is there a body in the room?
No.
No. Okay.
Where are you going?
I will follow Rowan.
Right.
Don't worry. Raspin, Tiggerbotkin's come with you.
He's all the backup I need.
Yep. All right.
And Willick.
Yeah, Willick's still there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Rowan and Emrys and Tahani, you guys find a very large, what appears to be sort of archive.
Cool. More books.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at this place makes my head hurt with anticipation.
Yep.
All right. Does there seem to be like a centrally locked or one that seems more important than the rest?
Nope.
Swell.
I take a book off the shelf.
Yeah.
They're files.
Files.
Yeah.
We
Like,
might-
this looks like to be the archive of all of the court proceedings.
Yeah. This is something that is going to take too much time right now. But I'm making a mental note. Emrys made a perception check of
Next
10.
Yeah, I don't see anything crazy.
Now we go on down the hallway then. Light that booger up.
So our group down at the bottom, you guys have found what appears to be a small sort of, almost like reading room type area. Like, there's a couple bookshelves. There's not as many books on them as you guys have found before on these other bookshelves, but they're not like heavy law books and stuff like that. There's just general history books. There's some books, random assorted books on the planes of existence. There's like a whole smattering of stuff across divine, arcane, just historical significance, all sorts of stuff in here. It's very random and kind of piecemeal.
Any of them have pictures?
No.
So it's just a bunch of loose.
Well, I can't say that. There is one book that's just on how the author believes the planes to be like the multiverse planes kind of are set up, and how they like overlay each other, and how some of them are further away from that, like the inner planes, the outer planes, where the material plane is, the elemental planes, like how it's all set up. That's what the book is about. But there's pictures in that. There's diagrams.
So this is just mostly loose books.
Yeah, it appears to
Okay.
be like it's most likely it was a room for like decompression or something. Maybe like I need to get away from work. I'm gonna go read for a while. But obviously,
Alright.
the people that work here are probably pretty smart. Or this is their enjoyment reading.
All right. I don't think we're gonna find anything exciting here.
Okay,
Let's go to the next one.
now we'll head back up to the top. Hey, look. Or court archives.
Is that a door at the end there?
There, down here. Yeah, there's another door.
Like in this area?
Yep, right there.
Alright. Quick perception check to see if anything stands out as I'm walking through there.
Okay. You don't see anything, but you smell something.
What's that?
Off.
Where?
On the back row of books.
Can
Alright.
I check the small table up top?
Yeah, well, that's where Ashram's headed.
Yeah,
Okay.
Back here,
that's the
Yeah.
third time's
You-
a
you
charm.
find-
You owe me a beer.
you find another body.
Stuffed into the shelves?
No, it smaller. It appears to be a halfling.
Oh.
This one's
Dang.
not wearing the vestments. Appears to be wearing a like reasonably nice looking suit if it wasn't for the, giant puncture
Axe.
wound he has in the back.
Mm.
Quickly check his pockets.
Going through his like belongings and stuff, it looks like his stuff has already been rifled through. Like because there's nothing in his pockets. When you go to turn them out, they're already turned out.
Turned out. Alright.
Is there any ID on him?
No, he's got nothing.
He is.
And probably not enough flesh to be able to really determine anything.
You just
more.
know that it's a male halfling of some
Yeah.
sort.
He doesn't write his name in the back of his shirt.
Nope.
When you wear suits this nice, you don't need to.
He may have initials on his.
On his
Oh, I'll
shirt?
give you that. I will give you that. Yes, you can find some initials on him. It takes you a while to kind of look for them and find them, but he does have the initials SH.
Oh, so this could be
Sterling.
Sterling Holden. All right, good to know. Either that or he's his little Hayden bitch. I'm not sure, but all right. Emrys, do the honors, darling.
I opened the door.
Down south real quick. There you go.
You taking the lead, Willick?
Yep, and this one.
Okay. So there's a privy to your right. That's what that door is. Immediately to your right.
Yummy.
There's a couple tables in the corners of the rooms, like small little circular ones. They just have candles on them. Some cobwebs. There are two statues on the wall here. One is of looks to be human, older, robes and vestments and stuff. Like the Summerlands ones that you guys have seen before. However, on his neck he also has the holy symbol of Saren Rai.
Looks like they're just statues and tables in this room.
Other one is an older human male, flowing green robes, similar to the robes that's on this statue, but they're slightly cut differently, more simple in make, not as ornate. But they still have the same rising sun symbol stitched into them. he also has a holy symbol on him, but this one for Erastil. It's the little bow and arrow symbol.
Who do you think these guys are?
Oh no. They look important though.
Tiggerbockin's like,
Someone, I
well,
guess.
This one says, and he points to the one with the Sarenrai stuff. Tiberian. And then he goes over to this one and goes, this one is Jod.
Well, I've never heard of them. So
Me either. Sound like a bunch of dopes. Let's go.
Sounds like losers.
Losers.
is there anything else exciting in here? Or just like this looks like it's some kind of like
It looks like it's more of like a kind of just like a hallway that leads into
yeah.
like wherever this next room is.
kind
Just
of
happens to be a
atrium or
very
whatever.
nice hallway. Maybe because the bathroom's located in here. You don't know.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back up top. Emrys,
I opened the door.
you open
Wait.
the door.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, look, there's like a staircase in another little room.
Go for
We
it.
go
Doorway.
over here.
at that.
Perception.
Hey, look, you guys find 2 statues. One.
These look like
Rowan's like,
losers.
shoop. Who's this?
I see everything.
Yep. So one appears to be a half-elven male, standing, not in robes like the other one. This one appears to be wearing robes, but this one is not. Appears to be wearing more of what you would kind of consider to be adventuring type gear, like sturdy boots, sturdy pants, sturdy shirt, although kind of dressy a little bit, very tight. You can tell he's fairly muscular, even though he has old aging features for a half elf on his statue. But that's what that one is. Nameplate at the bottom reads Ashram. All right, this other one, flowing, very flowy robes. Although underneath you can see what appears to be more tight pants and shirt. You can tell that in the belt that it is on this underneath the robes appears to look like these kind of sticks and stuff popping out. Longer, thinner things like this. Some may look like they may be made out of metal. Along with appears to be like 2 almost blades tucked in behind on its belt. Hood pulled up, which is odd compared to the other statue, but hood pulled up, cowl kind of coming down a little bit over its face. This one also has the Summerland's symbol, the rising sun, stitch in. Although this one's stylized a bit different, where there's kind of this other sphere behind the sun.
Okay.
But this one reads Kel.
These look like a bunch of dummies.
Tawny,
Yep.
you know anything about these?
Make a general history check for me, Tawny.
Oh god.
Yeah, you recognize them more from the similar statues of them that are in the center of Summerhome City. But these are statues of the founders.
They're the founders. They're the individuals who came up with the city.
You know,
Came up with the Summerland.
I was told a hell of a story about one of the founders.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe I drank too much. Anyways. Alright.
Well, what was it now?
No, it's some a story about about somebody from the woods, and he had to fight some bandit king and his long lost brother, and took his crown or something. It was really quite a hell of a rousing story. Phil had told it actually when I met him over at Stonebrews. It was just captivating. That man can spin a tale, let me tell you.
I think the individual you're talking about is Ash from here.
That guy right there?
Yeah.
I would have thought he'd been taller. Huh. Cool. All right, Emrys. You're doing well so far.
So you guys kind of open up the doors almost at the same time again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So very large open room. Just a couch on either end.
Have all of these doors been the same?
Yes, they have been. It's a very large open room. It's very odd, right? Because it's very blank and open in the center. But the stone in here is an interesting patchwork of various white colored marble.
And that's the pattern as it's laid out?
Yeah.
Can I investigate the marble?
Yep. Go ahead. Okay. Well. Take some time. You guys piece it together. Especially since behind you, on this wall here, is a giant mural. Although parts of it are stained and, stained, have had stuff wiped on it, torn, slashed, burned in sections. But Ash, we can pick out things. You guys can pick out
Rowan?
images.
Rowan.
Yeah, you can
Like
pick
the
out
fifth
images
time
and
tonight.
stuff. Yeah, that's because I know that we're gonna get into So
Uh-huh.
this depiction and stuff, it looks like it's depictions of these founders that you guys have seen these statues of, and potentially exploits stuff. Tahani can see enough to kind of be like, oh, okay, yeah, this, if the mural was completely intact, we'd be able to tell this is kind of the story of how the Summerlands came to be, how it was originally created. So the left starts off very wild and stuff, and then as you go on, there's smaller towns and stuff. It looks like as they're going through their adventures, and then at the very end, there's this very large city, which Tahani recognizes as sort of looks like it could be Summerhome.
Wow.
Emerson is the one who figures out the weird marble floor thing, and that is that because the window faces directly to the east.
Mm-hmm.
It's very large and vaulted, and that direction, even though there's a mountain kind of in the distance,
Mhm.
you can tell that when the sun rises over that mountain and the rays peer in through the window and hit the marble floor, it'll create these shimmering patterns as the sun slowly rises along this marble floor.
Cool. Now, is there any particular reason for that other than decoration?
Seems to be just decoration.
All right. I wonder what they would have done in a room like this.
Maybe a ballroom?
I don't know. What would a
Just trying
ball-
to impress people.
I suppose. I mean, what would it be doing inside of a courthouse,
It's not just a courthouse. It's the government building, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe
Maybe
there's
just-
weddings here. Justice of the peace.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't find our keys. What did you guys find over on the other side?
Just some statues.
We found some
Yeah,
too.
nothing much.
We did,
What-
however, find the remains of who we believe to be Mr. Sterling himself.
Oh.
Yeah, there's.
What happened to him?
Looks like he got stabbed in the back while he was wearing his Sunday best, and then got himself crammed into an archive shelf.
Sounds painful.
Ugh.
Yeah. Doesn't look comfortable. But we didn't find our keys.
We certainly did not.
All right, so let's check out timing.
Yep. You guys are getting to the point where you're probably going to want to head back to camp for the evening.
All right.
Well, so
Either
now we have
that
a
or you're going to
decision
have
to
to
make.
make. Yep. Yeah, you have a decision to make. Are you headed back out to camp for the evening, or are you going to make camp here?
We can make camp in this room.
Tigerbakken is like, I want to see what happens when the sun comes up.
And then we can go into the other room and
I mean-
talk to Elena.
Do you want to see what happens here when the sun comes up, or do you want to see what happens when the sun goes down? Because
Both.
I distinctly remember you saying, no flaming demons of death.
Yeah, but we haven't even seen any fire. Like, yeah, we've seen remnants of. We haven't seen actual fire while we've been here. Everything's just been really fucking old. We saw some bats and a weird snake thing, but that was in a graveyard. Like a bunch of bones, and a snake, but that was in a graveyard. That kind of makes sense. I want to see a ghost, okay? Leave me alone.
What about that haunt?
You know what, Tigerbakken?
It's not a ghost.
You know what? It's so
bunch of books
it's
flying
so
around.
funny because you are absolutely hell bent against being here at nighttime. When I first told you about what was going on, what has changed your little mind?
I mean,
Rowan,
Tahani
there's
actually
one
saw a
important thing you
ghost.
should never underestimate.
Fair.
And that is a gnome's boredom.
Tahani actually saw a ghost. Like, there's a ghost here, apparently. I want to see a ghost.
We can go and check when.
We haven't seen any sort of indication that there's actual fire monsters here. We have seen indication that there's ghosts.
All right. Well, I mean, if this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing.
Woo!
And with that, I'm gonna crawl over on this couch, and I'm gonna curl up, and I'm like, if we're gonna be up fighting and chasing ghosts all night, I'm gonna get some sleep right now. And I'm gonna curl up and try to have a nap right there.
Yeah. Tigerbakken's like, hey, that's probably a good idea. Like, sleeping, before nighttime instead of trying to sleep at nighttime.
Yep.
We should probably do that.
I find a place.
I mean, this room is very open and nice and big, and so there's definitely area to roll out bedrolls or whatever you want to try and
Yeah.
sleep on. There's also the 2 couches.
Are there sconces for torches on the wall?
There are.
You can definitely
yes.
see if anything's coming after us in here.
Then let's get those lit at least.
So you could, get some torches out, and you go to stick them in. And you can see where there's it looks like it's like a bracket that would be to hold a torch. However, there's no hole to put the torch actually into.
So is there something else that's supposed to go in there?
There's no hole for anything to go in there. It just looks like it would hold a torch. Like, that's what you thought it was.
So that's probably what's going to happen
see
when the sun comes in. It's going to reflect off the floor and fill those sconces with some sort of shimmering shine and sunlight. That's pretty clever.
So everybody gets their positions and stuff and rests up and whatever and whatnot. And as you guys kind of, sleep, relax, just get ready for the nighttime. As the sun starts setting and going down behind you, so that you can see darkness kind of creeping east over towards you. And as it gets closer and closer, these, what you thought were sconces and stuff, slowly, these lights start to form, hovering just about 2 inches above.
That's pretty.
Enough until they're just full, almost torchlight.
Wow.
Cool.
All right.
It's a cool trick.
Well, time to sleep till the witching hour.
Guys, lay down to get your rest. Prepare yourselves for possible ghost interactions. Whatever other bumps and creeps and shrieks and shrills await you in the night of Old Varnhold.
Excellent.
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Yay!
Alright. Well, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye.
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 Bye, guys.